Welcome everyone back to Fallout New Vegas. Today, I don't know what we're going to do. We just saved some people at Boulder Town, and they told us we need to go find our guy, I think at New Vegas is our next objective. Let's see. Confront Benny at the Tops Casino. Okay, let's go do it. Well, Boulder, it was the time. This is not what I was expecting, to be honest. Oh, Jesus, Veronica, you scared the shit out of me. What the hell is that?
You here, friend?
It's good to see you again, Victor.
Yep. This is getting mighty embarrassing. People gonna start to talk.
Did you see Benny come out this way?
Fancy pants? No, I ain't seen hide nor hair of him since the tussle in Good Springs. I'm sure he ran back to the soft living of New Vegas, though.
How'd you get here?
Just rolling along on my spurs. Looks like I just might make it to New Vegas after all.
You see what happened in there?
Yep. Guess it's just down to you and Fancy Pants. I wouldn't worry about him. He looks all hat and no cattle, if you ask me.
Well, goodbye.
Look me up when you get to New Vegas. I'll buy the first round.
All right. I forgot I had a companion. You scared the hell out of me, Veronica. Heard it was your footsteps behind me. We just follow Victor then? Well, let's assume he's got this. Looks like he can take care of himself. Just fine. Looks all depressed now. He was happy about killing them dogs. Well, let's follow the train tracks. And there's a light in the sky, too. I think there's an ambush coming. I guess we went that far after all. Looks clear enough. Pushing the wrong button.
You've done a good turn for the NCR, and now we'd like to do one for you. Here's an NCR emergency two-way radio. You call, and we'll come running. You're not alone out here. The NCR has your back. Stay safe and good hunting.
Where the hell did you come from? Jump scaring me all over. Deserted shack, huh? That it? Why is this a landmark? Well, alrighty. What do we have over there? pretty empty. How was that? Followers outpost. Okay. This is way bigger than it looked on the outside.
I appreciate how you've been helping us so far.
Do you even know who I am? Oops.
I hear you've done some good things for the followers.
Hello. There are so many refugees to care for. I didn't know the Brotherhood had any people out here.
The followers are always on the lookout for new friends like yourself.
Well, I'm glad I'm a friend. All right, well, let's go. I don't think there's anything else here of note. Buildings over there. We'll go back and explore. I mostly want to get to New Vegas and see what that's all about. Assuming nothing else murders us first. Grub and Gulp. Rest stop. Is there a door to this fine establishment? Apparently not. Hello, Fitz.
Welcome to the Grub and Gulp.
What is this place?
Just a little rest stop that me and my good friend Lupe set up. Last stop on your way into New Vegas, first stop on your way out. That's what I say.
Ask you some questions.
Sure, fire away.
Is there any place to buy weapons and armor?
I think there are a few places, but I've heard that the gun runners sell the best.
Can I find a doctor around here?
Dr. Usanagi runs a medical clinic up the road. All right then.
Show me what you got.
Sure thing. Anything else I can do for you?
Should about do it.
See you later.
You need water? I got water. Clean and fresh. Straight from Lake Mead. If you're low on caps, I've also got slightly irradiated wasteland water. A little fallout never killed anybody.
Where do you get your water?
The NCR fixed up the pipe network pretty good, and water merchants like me are allowed to have some of it to sell. If we have a water license, of course. Still, it beats the inconvenience of having to trek all the way to the lake to resupply.
Are there any water merchants around here?
There's a few independent ones like me, but it's mostly the big trading outfits that deal in water, like the Crimson Caravan Company.
Some general questions.
Shoot.
Anything I should know about New Vegas?
They won't just let anybody into the strip, but you should be able to have a good time in Freeside itself. Just, keep a close eye on your caps.
Tell me about the fiends.
They're a bunch of crazies hopped up on all kind of drugs. Apparently, they're using one of the old vaults as a hideout. The army should really get in there and wipe them all out, but I guess they've got more than enough trouble to deal with right now.
What do you know about the NCR?
Their main base is right over there by the old airport. It's called Camp McCarran now. Some people like to paint them all as a bunch of bullies. Me? I'm glad they're around. They do what they can to keep things safe and orderly. All right. Glad to do it. Until next time.
All right. That must be the fort, I'm guessing. Go give that a quick look-see. Looks impressive. you floating? You sure are. Got a whole little network of buildings here.
Nice job out there.
Oh, baby. How are these crazies? Some fiends, huh? Do we dare enter? Interesting. Really just an abandoned warehouse? Gotta be something here. A note? Some loot, maybe? No? Place has power, though. This is gutted. Which I suppose makes sense. Seems like it would be a pretty obvious place to loot. Some wine, though. That's your sort of thing. Guess there's nothing in here. All empty. Scrap metal. Well. Alrighty then. Why are you guys just hanging out next to the NCR base? What the hell? Okay. What's up, Veronica?
Hey!
God damn. He's lethal. Freaking dropping punches on their ass. Anything of note in here? fixer. That's nice. Nice having a companion now. A little less lonely. Interesting. Make a good team. Primary power source unavailable. Check all cords and plugs for connection. Get out of the way. Nice, more Nuka. Gotta love it. Let's get a sunset in our system. I go through all those bottle caps that we need. My power source down here too. Well, looks like that's it. Place was pretty small. Wonder if that's because I siphoned the power to everyone. Are we in here? Is that Boulder City? I'm confused. Maybe not.
Uh-oh.
Did you just do that? I don't remember killing them. Damn, that perk really does, it's a number on them.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, good shot, me. Ooh, this old dog can still shoot. Oops. I don't know what I just grabbed. Hello. Goodbye.
I've had worse.
You have?
You thought you could hide from me?
No, we're not shooting Veronica. Bats? Bad bats. Okay. Some sort of data corruption has made the unit interface illegible. The damage doesn't seem to go any deeper than that since the pump station is still online. Repair the network connection. Warning. Radiation has been detected by the filtration system. No leaks are detected within this facility. Please investigate. External causes to correct the issue. All right. Let's go investigate. See if we can fix this thing. Oh, please, come on. Stealing from raiders. Okay, so there's an external issue then. Let's fix this pump, huh? Is it inside the military complex? Assuming these doors do not work anymore. Yeah, let's... Can't tell if that's friendly or foe. Hello?
We won't go quietly. The Legion can count on that.
Okay. Is it still open?
Hey there.
Chem addict, huh? Oh, man. Oh, Veronica, you're awesome. Alright, let's see if there's anything good in here. Veronica just does some work. See if you can't find you a dress, Veronica. Is that what you wanted? Nice dress. been dead a little bit. Hear the flies. What the hell happened in here? Is that it? Nope, nothing good. My guy's growing more brutal by the minute. Like the wall they built. So check out Camp McCarran. Hello.
It's been a long tour. All I can think about now is going back home.
I bet. I need it more than they do. It's your bickering. Okay. Let's see if there's any goodies around here. A lot of generators running. We have for scrap.
If it's bad news, you can take it up with the Colonel. If it's good news, it better involve some dead fiends.
I have killed some. What do you know about the fiends?
Pack of drugged-out killers. They're addicted to every stim, every pill, every psychoactive enema on this fucked-up Earth. I've got 3 fiends I want dead, and I don't give a goddamn how it gets done. That sound like something that interests you?
Yes, it does.
Good. That's damn good. I figure it's about time we got lucky out here, so maybe you can snuff one of these maniacs. First one calls herself Violet. God knows why. The name is the prettiest thing about her. Spends most of her time with a pack of vicious dogs. Then there's Driver Nafai. He's fast and he's brutal. Killed about a dozen of my men with a goddamn driver iron.
Jeez.
That's his name. And finally, Cook. Rapist, pyromaniac, and damn good chef if you believe the fiends we've captured. Probably the craziest of the lot. I'm not gonna feed you any bullshit. These aren't your common Vegas trash. They've all killed good NCR men, and plenty of mercs too. You go after them, any of them, you're in for a hell of a fight. So, which one is it gonna be? Violet it is. Wish I could give you more advice on how to bring her down, but we know less about her than the other two. Just watch out for the dogs. She raises them herself. Might as well be their mother and never leave her side.
Where can I find her?
Good question. Fiend territory is southeast of here, but they range all over the area. None of them stays in any one place for long.
Anything else?
One more thing. If you want the full reward, you need to bring me a recognizable head. My superiors need proof they're gone. That means no headshots, no decapitations till after they're dead, and no damage to the face. If you want to be safe, aim for the chest. You bring me a head that looks like a rotten tomato, people will be doubting, and I won't be authorized to pay the entire bounty. Good luck to you, and don't get careless. Right.
Okay, so we go after Violet. What if my perk's gonna ruin that?
Let me guess. You got work for me, right? Well, you're too late. I just quit the bounty trade. As soon as I pick up some caps that Daughtry owes me, I'm out of this scrapyard.
What are you gonna do now?
Simple. Gonna make myself some easy money. I got a plan. Once I get my caps from Daughtry, I'm going to head on over to Gamora and win big at cards. There's not as many people playing at Gamora, so that means I've got better odds of winning big. I got this figured out.
Why does he owe you money?
Because I killed a couple of marks for him, that's why. You ever hear of Jackson? Or Night Terror?
No, never heard of him.
Of course you didn't, because they crossed paths with Lil Buster. Bam. Dead. Finished. Over. See, somebody gives me a job, I do it. Maybe I complain a little here and there, but my shit gets done.
Alright, goodbye.
Hey, yeah. Next time you see me, maybe I'll be rolling in a shitload of caps, right?
Maybe.
When I got this assignment, I was hoping there'd be more gambling.
I'm Bitter Root, first recon. You got a reason to talk to me?
Better route. You have an unusual name.
You trying to start trouble? Or do you really not know where I got that name?
I didn't mean to offend. You don't have to tell me if you'd rather not.
It's a con name. You know, the great cons. That's what my parents were. I figured I grew up around the bastards. They owed me a name after all they put me through.
What happened to your parents?
They're dead. Got themselves killed at Bitter Springs. Served them right, if you ask me.
What happened to them at Bitter Springs?
It was a massacre. That's what a lot of NCR folk will tell you. Most of them feel plenty bad about what happened. But I was there. Saw it myself. I don't care what anybody says. The cons asked for Bitter Springs. They wouldn't leave the NCR be. My damn parents, too. They were just as bad as the rest.
So your name, it comes from Bitter Springs?
You're not fully grown till you're taking a beat down. Everybody gathers around and hits you till you're damn near dead. After that, if you haven't begged for mercy, you get to choose a new name. One you'll use for the rest of your life. When NCR slaughtered the cons of Bitter Springs, I hadn't got my beat down yet. I was still too young. The way I see it, Bitter Springs was my beat down. So afterward, I gave myself a name. It's all I got from the cons. It's all I ever want.
How'd you survive the massacre?
Guess I could tell a pretty good story if I had a mind. But the truth is, I don't know. Just got lucky. They brought me to Daughtry after the battle. He was just a captain back then. Guess he saw something in me. Knew I didn't belong with the cons. Maybe he felt bad, too. About how his men killed my folks. I told him he did me a service, but he didn't believe me. Still doesn't. He's a good man, Daughtry. Doesn't act like it sometimes, I know. But he didn't have to take me in.
Really don't mean what you said about your parents, do you?
Don't I? Mister, you never met my parents. My dad, he got himself fucked up every chance he got. Always started with folk for no reason. Hell, he was the one who taught me to shoot. You know how? By taking pot shots at NCR, and not just soldiers. Civilians, too. Even kids. Then he'd get high with his buddies and swap tales about the folk they killed. Bunch of animals. And my mom? A couple of times she tried to sell me to some waster just to score some jet. Even the other cons said she was useless. Only reason they kept her around was because she was how'd my dad say it? A smoking piece of ass.
Wow.
Yeah, that's probably best.
How long have you been with the first recon?
While, I guess. I don't keep too careful track of time. I like to keep things simple. Just focus on now. That's why they made me a sniper. You let your mind wander back a ways and you lose sight of what's in front of your eyes. Good way to miss a mark.
Your father is your commanding officer? Is that allowed?
Yeah, look, he's not my real father. He just looked after me for a while. It's a long story. I'd get tired of talking before it was through.
Not too friendly, are you?
Guess not. I don't mean nothing by it. You really want to talk to somebody, try 10 of spades. He's always got plenty to say. Me, I'm here to do my job. For now, that job is shooting fiends.
All right.
All right. Goodbye.
I'm Lieutenant Gorobets, 1st Recon. If you're looking to collect a bounty, you should talk to Major Daughtry.
Tell me about First Recon.
The finest sniper outfit in the whole NCR. If you need a bullet put into a target's eye from 800 yards away, you call us. Some of my team aren't without their share of scars, though, like Betsy and Sterling.
What's wrong with Betsy?
Cook, one of the fiends, ambushed her and 10 of spades. They both managed to escape, but not before Cook her.
Jesus.
Betsy shrugged it off like it was nothing, but her behavior keeps getting worse. Always making passes at every woman who wanders by. It's inappropriate for anyone in 1st Recon to behave that way. I could discipline her, but I'd rather she get medical help.
I could talk to Betsy about getting medical help for trauma if you want.
I'd appreciate it. As her CO, I could order her to get help, but I'd have her agree with the idea.
Up in the Sterling.
Corporal Sterling was an NCR ranger until he was captured by the Legion. They tortured him pretty badly. He wasn't able to be a ranger after that, but his eyes are still sharp, so I had him transferred to 1st Recon.
Does the NCR usually offer bounties on people?
If they've proven hard to kill, yes. Whatever it takes to get the job done, even if it means hiring help from outside the military. Carry on.
Never seen you around before. What do you want?
Yeah. Never seen it before. You should get medical help. Yeah. Let's see. Have you seen any serious combat here?
Not unless you count the fiends as serious. Gorobets keeps us inside the fence most of the time. Doesn't matter to me. I just shoot bad guys. Sooner or later, they'll move us out to the dam, though. That's when the shit gets nasty.
What do you mean?
Legion fights to win, and they're smart. Hell of a lot smarter than these crazy fiends. But I don't feel bad about shooting Legion boys. Fiends, on the other hand, sometimes I get pangs of conscience. Not often, but sometimes.
First I've heard about conscience in a while.
Some cute little junkie bitch, so fucked up she doesn't even know that she's the bad guy. And I've got a headshot her. Makes me think. Might just be sex, though. I see some cute little number and I'd rather get in her pants. So maybe I'm a stone-cold bitch after all.
Yeah. You're a sniper?
What gave me away? The big gun, the shades, or the attitude?
I didn't know that all snipers wear shades.
They don't. Only the good ones do. My partner's got some potential, so I let him wear those goofy glasses. I tell him they're his training shades. He totally buys it. Truth is, his eyes just suck.
Who's your partner?
The little guy. 10 of spades. I like him because he listens. Doesn't shut up the rest of the time, but when I talk, he listens. Also, he doesn't pull any stupid come-ons, like practically every other horn dog alpha male on this base. Might be he's just scared of me, though.
Snipers work in pairs?
Yeah. We spot for each other, watch each other's backs. Usually works pretty well, unless you get paired up with an asshole. Thing is, there's a lot of assholes in the army. I keep hoping they'll pair me up with some hot blonde like you see on those old pinups. Shit, I don't even care if she can shoot straight. Can't have everything.
You should get medical help for your trauma.
The lieutenant's been talking to you, hasn't he? Look, I don't need a head doctor. I'm 1st Recon, damn it. You don't see the others crying about every little bruise and scrape, do you?
Mental trauma can slow you down or distract you, but it's treatable, just like any bullet wound.
Just another injury to take care of, huh? Well, when you put it that way. All right. You can tell the lieutenant I finally caved. There's a Dr. Usanagi who's supposed to be good at this sort of thing.
But date.
Thanks for your help with Usanagi and all, but I still like him tall, blonde, and female.
Fair enough.
Yeah, try not to get killed.
What can I do for you?
Convince Corporal Betsy to get help from the doctor.
I wish someone with your medical training had come along sooner. I think she'll actually stick with the treatment because of what she said. I was afraid that Betsy wouldn't go for long-term treatment because she didn't want to look bad in front of the rest of the squad. You settled that. Do me a favor and let Usanagi know Corporal Betsy is coming. I'd like to make sure the medical clinic has time for her. Carry on.
We won't go quietly. The Legion can count on that. Howdy. Name's Sterling, First Recon. Can't say I've seen you before. I'd remember if I had.
You remember everyone who passes through here?
Got a good memory for faces, landmarks and such too. Comes with practice, that's all. And a lot of scouting from place to place.
Interesting rifle you have there. Lever action, right?
I call her the Long Carabine. Didn't always have the scope. I added that myself. Been shooting with her so long, couldn't bring myself to toss her away. Would have felt guilty to part with the old girl. The other snipers used bolt action, but Gorbets reckoned it didn't matter none if I was different, so long as I could hit my targets.
You always been with First Recon?
Used to be a ranger, one of the first they sent out east back before we took the dam. Observation and reconnaissance. We took the lay of the land, checked out the locals, and kept ourselves inconspicuous. A couple friends of mine were the first to scout the dam. That was back in '73, if I recall. A lot of those rangers are dead now. Vegas always chewed men up. It's just a little more literal nowadays.
Why'd you leave the Rangers?
Well, that wasn't really a matter of choice. Got myself caught by legionaries up near Malpay. They had themselves some fun with me. Mangled my hands and feet pretty good. Wasn't much good with the pistol after that. Wasn't gonna be trekking across the waste on any more long scouts either.
How'd you manage to escape?
Caesar's boys figured I wasn't going anywhere after what they'd done to me. So they didn't bother tying me up. I crawled out of there on my elbows and knees. Must have looked a sight. Then I rolled down an embankment into the Colorado. Guess I had a mind to drown rather than give Caesar's boys the satisfaction of killing me. But a couple of rangers happened to be watching from across the river. They jumped on in and pulled me out of there. Lucky break, they said.
Why you been stationed here?
Going on 6 months now, but I reckon we'll be moving out soon enough. Can't talk about the details. Till then, we'll man the towers and keep an eye on the fiends. We've had more than our share of trouble from their direction. Whole thing smells of Caesar to me. Of course, that's just guesswork. But I'd still bet a few caps he's stirring up the locals against us.
All right, so long.
Always a pleasure. Keep yourself safe.
We won't go quietly. The Legion can count on that.
Didn't think you'd be back. What's this about?
Sorry.
All right. Goodbye.
Thought you were a new person. I apologize profusely.
Hello.
What's in here? Why can I take some things but not others?
We won't go quietly. The Legion can count on that.
What's going on in here? Where's this doctor at? Mess hall, maybe? Very nice. Very nice little place. I live here.
Patrolling the Mojave almost almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter.
Nice job out there.
Thanks. I don't know where this doctor is, but maybe he's inside. Wait, is that ammo? Yeah. A lot of flamer fuel. Not exactly what I need, but... Network connection. Look at that. First try. Transfer that redhead you liked over to admin. You'll be sitting next to her all day, so don't come crying to me if you can't get her in your bunk. Oh, and you owe me big time for this favor. I'll let you know when I think of something. All personnel must secure their terminals before leaving their posts. We don't need another situation like the one Private Crenshaw created last week. What's up, Jones? Crenshaw here. So you've got your eye on that pretty redhead, huh? I'll be sure to fill her in on your partying, probably. Seeing as how we are buddies and all. P.S. You didn't secure your terminal very well. Choose a better password next time. Ooh. Shh, Veronica. We're sneaking. Okay, we got some stuff, some gifts from the NCR. That's nice. Very nice. Whoa. Quite the place. You never know what you might miss. Inaccessible, huh? Hello?
Nice to meet you. I'm Curtis.
What do you do here?
Officially, I'm in charge of Bravo Company. But since General Oliver has Bravo and most of our forces here garrisoned, I'm free to do other things. So I work with Colonel Shu on logistics, patrols, supply lines, reinforcements, that sort of thing. Lately, it's been less about that, and more about figuring out how that information is getting leaked to raiders. It's a big base with a lot of unhappy soldiers. They get stir-crazy. Hard to separate the malcontents from the actual culprit. Later.
Some mole, huh? What is that noise? What's over here?
Something I'm usually good with faces, but I don't think I've seen you here before. What brings you to Camp McCarran?
I guess I'm up for hire if you need some extra manpower around the base.
There are a lot of things I can't spare troops for right now. If you can help us, we can definitely pay you for your work. You don't cook by any chance, do you? Farber's doing his best, but it's hard to manage an army with half my staff in line for the latrine. Honestly, we're fighting a lot of fires right now. The fiends keep pressing their position from Vault 3. We've got the Legion breathing down our necks across the river. We actually took an officer alive last week, but so far he hasn't spoken a word.
I bet I can make the Legion prisoner talk.
I have Lieutenant Boyd on that already, and she's excellent, but I think she's hit a wall. Talk to her if you like. See if she has any use for you. Her office is right above mine, but I think she might be interrogating right now. So she'd be upstairs on the other side of the building.
Any other problems?
Yeah. On top of everything else, I can't send a patrol on a bathroom break without it being ambushed by someone who heard they were coming. So somebody's getting the word out.
Seem calm given that everything is going as bad as it is.
Calm is what you have to be when people look to you. And it's all you can be when things are out of your hands.
Who are the fiends?
As in chem fiends. Biggest gang of raiders I've ever seen. Nothing like addiction to swell your numbers. Psychotic and completely unpredictable. They set up shop in Vault 3 to the west. Every day they attack our positions and my men repel them. But every day there's more of them and less of us. I sent one of my rangers after their leader to try and destabilize them. He didn't return. Hell of a thing losing a ranger. You come to depend on them. And they come through for you so often, you forget it can happen.
I'll go to Vault 3 and see if I can find your ranger.
That vault is a hornet's nest. If you have second thoughts, no one would think less of you for it. But if you can get him home, it'd mean a lot. Watch for civilians, too. The fiends have been kidnapping locals. They just walk right into people's homes in the middle of the day and take them. But the man you're looking for is Bryce Anders. Anders was trying to find the leader, Motor Runner. You hear something like a chainsaw? You've found Motor Runner. Put a bullet in his head, and you'll have some new friends around here.
I can look into who's leaking.
Well, why not? Given your recent arrival, at least I can safely rule you out as the leak. I'd like to have absolute
Good
trust
logic.
in my men, but that's just not practical right now. Go ahead and look into it. See what you find. We don't have much to go on right now. Lately, every raiding party in New Vegas seems to have a map of our troop movements. It derails everything. Supplies, reinforcements. And it'll only get worse the longer we let it go on. Captain Curtis is heading up the investigation right now. He can fill you in.
What's Camp McCarran's role in the NCR operation?
It's our main base. We took it because it lets us keep an eye on the Strip, and it had already been fortified before the Great War. From here we handle most of the logistics for our operations in Nevada. Troop allocation, supply distribution, intel. Usually General Oliver runs the show here, but he's on his way to the dam now, so I've taken on a lot of his duties here.
Things quiet between here and the dam?
Unfortunately, no. In fact, the word from the ranger stations has been especially concerning lately. It sounds like they've run into overwhelming resistance, and supplies just aren't reaching them. It's been so bad, I asked Sergeant Reyes at Camp Forlorn Hope to look into it, and see how it is that things could be so fouled up there. Bye. Something I can do for you?
President Aaron Kimball.
A little busy at the moment, but I can talk.
What is this place?
This? The OSI lab. We don't get many visitors. The smell puts people off, I think. Nobody ever said science would smell clean and fresh. Anyway, you get used to it if you give it some time.
You're a scientist?
I know I don't sound the part. Get raised by Brahmin ranchers and you never lose the twang. Drives Hildren crazy. But I know every inch of the power grid from Hoover Dam to Shady Sands. That's what we do here. Try to optimize the power output from the dam. Some of the others are working on an agricultural project, but truth be told, they aren't making much progress. Not yet, anyway.
What's your role here?
Head researcher. Mostly on the dam project, but I help out on other things when they need me. Gotta be flexible.
Need help with that thing?
You mean give you work? No, that'd be up to the administrator, Hildern. He's back there in his office. Between you and me, I don't think he ever leaves. Plenty of mercs go in to see him, though.
Mercenaries? For what?
I can't say. We're not supposed to talk about the research. Not the details. If you're interested, I'm sure he'd see you. Nice to meet you. If you need anything, I'm almost always in the lab.
Nice.
Hey. Evening. A pleasure to meet you. I'm Dr. Thomas Hildern, Director of Operations, OSI East. I presume you're here about Vault 22?
That was the first I've heard about Vault 22.
No, they wouldn't have briefed you, would they? Probably better that our junior fellows stay within the bounds of their pay grade anyway. Vault 22. Where to begin?
I'm listening.
Imagine, if you will, the wasteland in bloom. Vast fields of corn that grow from seeds and produce their bounty in the space of a month. Orchards of trees, their branches weighed halfway to the ground, hung with fat, ripe oranges, a harvest that could feed a city or a nation. And all this, requiring no more than a few drops of precious water and the efforts of only a handful of human farmers. Impossible?
Nothing is impossible.
Precisely. Science has proven that truth 1,000 times over. But how many wasteland savages believe it? Present company accepted, of course. The bounty I described to you is no idle fantasy. It exists in primitive form only a few miles from where we stand. We need only reach out and unlock its secret. For that, the OSI needs you.
Tell me more.
Good. I thought I sensed a kindred soul in you, beneath the wasteland veneer. I believe that the inhabitants of Vault 22 unlock the secrets of vegetative growth. Plants are spilling from their gate. No one tends them. No one waters them. Yet they multiply and spread in all directions. Find the reason for this miraculous growth, and I promise you the OSI will see that you are generously compensated.
All right, I'll do it.
Good. No need to check in with the NCR authorities. I can authorize your payment from OSI accounts. Vaults typically contain a server room on a lower level, where they would have backed up their research data. A computer room, you understand? Download all the information on the central server to your Pip-Boy, and you'll be certain to bring me any notes or samples that you find, won't you?
Anything else I should know?
I thought it was a fairly straightforward assignment. It's a simple question of retrieving the data, which shouldn't prove overly challenging. Downloading the data will be handled by your Pip-Boy. You might think of yourself as a mere means of conveyance. No insult intended, of course. Oh? What might those be?
Tell me more about the OSI.
The Office of Science and Industry. It's a rather expansive topic. I could talk for hours, but I'm sure I'd bore you. Suffice to say, we are the leading edge of the NCR. Our work focuses on practical matters: medicine, engineering, biology. The dam, for instance. OSI routes its energy supply to our cities in the West. That's only one responsibility of this office.
You said you were the director of OSI.
Director of the entire OSI? Me? If I didn't know better, I'd say you were trying to plant seditious ideas in my head. No, I direct our eastern operations. I've been responsible for squeezing unprecedented levels of power from the dam. I'm also confronting the problem of food production in what little spare time I have, but I've found some promising leads.
You're doing all these things yourself?
Yes, with the assistance of my team, of course.
NCR has a food shortage?
Not yet, but our government understands the value of proactive thought. Our studies project an imbalance between production and consumption. Or, for a layman such as yourself, not enough food, too many mouths to feed. Mass starvation in a decade or so.
What other responsibilities does this office have?
We aid some programs the Republic has sponsored involving sharecropper farms in the area. But those haven't panned out too well from what I hear. There have been complaints about the amount of water we're supplying. But those are just excuses for lack of diligence, I'm sure.
You control the dam from here?
Directly? No. But we attempt to maximize its output. You have no idea how difficult it is to provide power to an entire nation. Fortunately, we also have the Helios 1 facility. One of our external contractors recently got the station up and running. His name was something like exceptional or marvelous or...
No, that was me. I fixed Helios 1.
I see. Of course you did.
What do you think the NCR chances against Legion?
To be frank, I have no idea. I leave the fighting to Colonel Shu, and I expect him to leave the science to me. Too many people have opinions on things they know nothing about. And the more ignorant they are, the more opinions they have. Yes, goodbye.
All right. We have a lot to do now.
Did Dr. Hildern... This really isn't any of my business, but... Did he give you a job?
Why so interested?
Not interested. More concerned. It's just... You're not the first person he sent to Vault 22. And I know he'd never tell you. There were a lot of mercs. One after another. None of them came back. Then about a week ago, there was a scientist, Keeley. She's unusual. Not the sort of person you'd expect. But she's an absolute genius. And he didn't mention her? Not even her name? Or any of the other mercs?
No, Hildren didn't mention anyone else.
But now he's hired you, which means one of two things. Either he heard back from Keeley, and she failed, or he's given up on her. Listen, I make a fair wage, but I'm not rich, not by any means. Maybe my kind of money wouldn't appeal to your average merc, but I'm willing to pay you if you'll find Keeley and make sure she's safe. Isn't right leaving her out there. No idea if she's alive or dead.
All right, I'll look for her.
I had a good feeling about you. Moment you walked in. I mean it. Of course. Anything.
Tell me anything else about Keeley?
Keeley's brilliant. An absolute genius. She plays at being mean, but it's all a front. When you've lived as long as she has, you get defensive around new people. Who wants to make a friend when you know you'll outlive them?
Exactly how old is Keeley?
I couldn't get her to say, but she talked about the war. The Great War, when the bombs fell, like she'd been there. So, I'm guessing pretty old. 200 years? Maybe more.
How do Keeley and Hildren get along?
Like a Brahmin and a Deathclaw, though I'm not sure which would be which. Bad analogy, maybe. They're both Deathclaws in their way. Keeley hates Hildren. She says he's more politician than scientist, and gets in the way of true discovery. And Hildren hates Keeley because... well, because every time they meet, she makes him look like an ass. In front of important people, usually.
What's your role here?
Head researcher. Mostly on the dam project, but I help out on other things when they need me. Gotta be flexible.
What do you think of Dr. Hildren?
The director? He's very well-spoken and knowledgeable.
He seemed focused on results, maybe not so much on people.
He's not what you'd call warm, unless he wants something from you. And even then, it's kind of a cold warm. Most of the time, I focus on the science and try to forget him. He doesn't get mixed up in any actual work, though he tells people that he does.
So Dr. Hildren takes credit for your work?
He sure does. Everyone knows it. I've just got to endure this job until the project is finished. But abandoning Keeley, he crossed a line. Taking credit for other people's work is one thing. Sending people to die in the waste is another. If Hildren tries to recruit any more mercs, I'm gonna warn them. What can he do to me? I'm the only one who can run this lab.
True. Hildren mentioned the followers of the apocalypse.
My father used to say good things about them, but that was years ago. Back when they teach farmers and ranchers about crop rotation and the like. Nowadays, they've changed. They're doing what they can to discredit the NCR. Give us a bad name with the locals. Dr. Hildern trained with them years ago. Not me, though. I'm an OSI girl.
I hear the food around here is getting pretty bad.
It's foul, to tell the truth. Most people try to get what they can from the outside, even if it's just a smuggled candy bar now and then. Contreras is a genius. He can find almost anything you'd want. Takes Caps to get him motivated, though. He won't do a thing for free. Right. Stay safe.
Alright, so we got some options on how to do this, it seems. Yeah. It's already been an hour plus. Well, we'll continue to explore this base. Then we'll head out and see what we can do about this Vault 22 and the rest of our mercenary quests. Yeah, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll see you next time in the Wasteland. Bye-bye.